Good evening, and welcome to the Paris Opera House, 1861, where the legendary Phantom of the Opera lurks and stalks about. Our rehearsal is taking place upstairs. Let's listen.
Mademoiselle, please. These things do happen.
These things do happen.
An argument is taking place.
These things happen. These things don't happen. Christine died, sir.
Of course, now.
Let us inquire, monsieur. She has been well taught.
Such a pleasant voice. This is the voice of Christine Day, a mere chorus girl in the opera. This is the voice that the Phantom of the Opera has fallen in love with. He has written threatening notes to the producers of this play, stating that if she is not given the leading role in the opera, terrible things will happen. There's only one problem. Christine Day has a fiancé whom she loves, named Raoul. Now, let's watch as this mystery unfolds. Hall Basement Productions now proudly presents The Phantom of the Opera. Christine walks into her dressing room and hears the Phantom's voice. This bewilders her. Meg, her friend, another teen, walks into her dressing room and hears the voice of the Phantom. She's bewildered by this. Meg, her friend, another chorus girl, follows Christine into the dressing room but does not hear the Phantom's voice. Meg turns around and is relieved to see her. In this scene, Christine is sitting alone in her dressing room, when suddenly she hears the Phantom's voice from what appears to be behind the dressing room mirror. Desperately, she tries to find the source of this voice, which she thinks may be the voice of an angel from heaven. Meanwhile, her fiancé Raoul hears strange voices in her dressing room and desperately tries to break in. Phantom takes Christine to his secret lair in his boat. Christine into his lair, where he uses his power of seduction. And the Phantom has conditioned Christine to the coldness of his touch.
Nighttime shadows heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses.
Phantom furiously composing music, when suddenly Christine awakens, sneaks up on the Phantom, and tears off his mask.
I remember there was mist, swirling mist upon a vast grassy lake. There were candles all around, and on the lake there was a boat. And in the fruit there was a man. That shape in the shadows? Who did the thing in the
Is this what you wanted to see? How you cannot ever be free. Down! Curse you! Stranger, can you grant it? Can you even dare to look or bear to think of me? This lonesome God burns in hell, but secretly, yes, secretly, but Christine. Fear can turn to love. You'll learn to see, to find the man behind the monster. Repulsive heartless, who seems a beast, but secretly dreams of beauty. Secretly. Oh, Christine. Come, we must return. Those two fools who run my theater will be missing you.
Hello again. Hope everybody's enjoying the production so far. Now, due to lack of time, here's a brief synopsis of the rest of the play. Christine realizes that she is truly in love with Raoul and decides to go back to him. The Phantom declares war on this love and begins to do terrible things to the Opera House, including cutting down a chandelier from the Opera House, killing a man in the process. Now, back on with the play. We see that the Phantom has tied Raoul up and that Christine must make her final choice. Will she stay with Raoul or will she go with the Phantom? Meanwhile, an angry mob is coming after the Phantom to get him for what he has done to the Opera House. Let's watch as the drama unfolds.
You try my patience. Make your choice.
Beautiful creature of darkness, what kind of life have you known? God give me courage to
Basement Productions thanks you for staying awake throughout this play. And now to present the cast. As the star of the play, as the Phantom, David Hall, and his dirty socks.
Yo, JP, yo. What do you want?
And as his lover, Christine, Ryan Weaver.
We don't have a lip sync, buddy.
As his or her fiance, and as mob member, Thomas Drunk.
Yeah, Tommy. Waiter, Tom.
And as Meg, and the leader of the mob with the hacksaw, Kevin Hughes.
Where's my chest, buddy?
And as mob member number 3, and gopher of the play, Don Hall.
Yeah. Sister of me. Hey, Weave. Come on, Weave. It's time to shoot.
All right.
Come on, buddy.
And as narrator, Brandon Weaver. And the set of Hall Basement Productions. Love the boot.
Very cheap. Dude, my chest, man.
Send contributions to Brandon Weaver, RD2, Box 2608A.
You.
Thank you for your support.
And my chest, man.
That's it.